What's up, YouTube? It's Dom Universe. What's up, everybody? So, I've been thinking about something lately, and every day we learning, right? We learn something new every day, whether we realize it or not, whether we're trying to or not. We're going to learn something new, and even if it's something we think is not important, we learned it. Even if it goes to the back of our mind, we learned it, right? So in this life, we supposed to be raising our consciousness to different densities. So that's like most people at third density. We should be going up past fourth. We should go past fourth. Fifth density and up is where we should be at. Service to others, and then letting go of that service to others, etc. Either service to others or service to self. 51% to other 51% of service to others with 49% of service to self, or 51% of service to self and 49% of service to others. I do 49% of service to myself. I have a natural passion for helping people. I help people oftentimes before I help myself. Now, like, just think about that. Like, let's say somebody, I saw in the movie, I forgot what the damn movie called, but it got Seth Rogen and goddamn Emma Watson. It's about damn near at the end. I forgot the dude name. He was in Hot Tub Machine. But he risked his life. He sacrificed his life, or risked his life for somebody. He got killed, and his friend went to heaven. So he protected his friend's life, and from a demon. So the demon killed him, and his friend ascended to a higher dimension. He ascended to a higher dimension when he risked his life for his friend. So I want people to know, just because you die, as long as you have the right information, you straight. Risking your life, because I know a lot of people think risking your life count as suicide. Risking your life for somebody is not suicide. You died for a great cause, and you died for someone. You gave someone more importance than you. And that's not bad, because remember, humans are connected. We are all one. We are all fucking one. Watch that episode of Rick and Morty called Unity. Unity in that episode of Rick and Morty represents the universe. She talks to people through people on the planet that she rules. So anywhere that Rick and Morty was on the planet, she was able to talk to them through the people who inhabit that planet. And Unity was Rick's ex-girlfriend. But yeah, look into that. I'm going to put a link in the description for people who want to understand what densities of consciousness is. Because if you at low density and you not practicing spirituality, you not trying to evolve or anything, you're not doing shit. You are not doing a good goddamn thing. Another thing I want y'all to realize is, if you have no knowledge, right? Think about a caveman. Cavemen, they're what people would call retarded in this day and age. They didn't have the right. They can't even comprehend this information. If you was to take a Neanderthal who spoke English, and I explained what I'll be explaining to y'all to him, he's not going to know what the fuck I'm talking about. So a lot of people have the mind of a caveman. This is why people are devolving. Because they not taking care of themselves. You know, a lot of people, when they close their eyes, is black. If you close your eyes and all you see is darkness, black, your soul is weak. Period. You supposed to be seeing colors and shit when you close your eyes. You might not be able to make it out into a picture, but as long as you seeing colors, if it's just dark when you close your eyes, your soul is weak. Period. See, when I say knowledge is power, I mean you need the right knowledge in this life in order for you to get out of here. The Bible says my people will perish for a lack of information. He didn't say it exactly like that, but it's the same meaning. If you don't have the right knowledge, you're going to have to do this life again. It's basically a school. This place is a school. I explained this many times. I'm not going to get into that. But if you look at it, look at Jimmy Neutron, right? Jimmy Neutron, out of all his friends, all the people in the show, right? He's the smartest person. He do a lot of shit. He create things. You're supposed to be creating, right? He invents things. Everybody on that planet, everybody on the show, where a lot of people look up to Jimmy Neutron, right? So then you got an episode on Jimmy Neutron where his best friend, Sheen, his brain gets humongous, bigger than Jimmy's. And he has psychic powers. He has telekinesis, psychokinesis. He's able to move things with his mind. So what does that mean? He is more mentally powerful than everybody. He has knowledge that a lot of people don't have. This is why I say knowledge is power. You're stronger when you have power. When you know a secret, right? When you know something, right? And somebody don't know, how do they act when you have a secret and you tell somebody and they want to know what the secret is? They act like anxious, or they act like they want to know what the secret is. They're telling you to tell them the secret. They're giddy to know what the secret is. You know something that they don't know, right? You have knowledge that they don't have, right? Knowledge is power. So there was an African boy named William let me look at his name. William Kamkwamba. He built a windmill. He was 14 years old and he built a windmill to put power into his house for him and his family. At 14 years old, this boy built a fucking windmill to put power into his house. And then, what is he, 22 years old now? He created another windmill, or more windmills, to power his whole village. And he's 22 now. So I want people to know, even if he lived in Africa, he didn't have no resources like that. He got his information from books. His family was living in poverty. Now they have power because he used his mind. I'm telling y'all, your mind is one of your most powerful tools you have in this life. You have to look into the 7 Hermetic principles. One of the 7 Hermetic, you have to study all the 7 Hermetic principles. But one of the 7 Hermetic principles that sticks out for this is the all is mind. The universe is mental. Remember what I said about when you have certain thoughts for manifestation. Your thoughts are energy and the universe responds to energy. Your mind is a fucking planet inside of your microverse. All of your 7 major chakras, all your organs are goddamn planets. They're planets inside of you, connected to the planets in the outside of you. As within, so without, which is another Hermetic principle. As above, so below. That's what I meant. As above, so below. Universe is up there, out there. Our mind is down here, in here. Right? When you have the right knowledge, right? You have knowledge about life. You're able to maneuver through life differently, and you're able to, I want to say manipulate in a way, but you can make life into whatever it is you want it to be. When you start to look at life different and how you're supposed to look at it, like this whole shit is an illusion, because it is. You have to lift the veil off of your eyes. Everything starts to become dreamlike. You start to be able to do things that you didn't think you were able to do. You start to become magic. You start to become a magician. You start to become just powerful. This knowledge is power. Growing up as a teenager, I always been into science subjects and different philosophies like psychology. I studied psychology for years. I studied astronomy for years. I studied physiology just a little bit. I studied neuroscience for years. I studied many branches of science and different philosophies: esoterics, Gnosticism, metaphysics, goddamn, some of the Hindu lifestyle, some of the Buddha lifestyle. Knowledge makes me feel fucking powerful. And imagine going into a group of your friends, right? And you smart as fuck. Your whole group of friends they want to do bullshit that you don't care about. And you telling your friends, See, I heard something from Kevin Gates. Yeah, Kevin Gates. He a smart man, very intelligent. He said in the end of an old song, he said, if you the smartest one if you in a car with a group of your friends and you the smartest one in the car, it's time for you to get out that car. That's why I'm telling you, only hang around people with like minds. Hang around people who want to see you evolve. Hang around people who have like a similar intention. All y'all supposed to be, in a way, piggybacking off of each other with ideas and helping each other grow. That's why you got to get the certain type of people out of your life. They can make your mind toxic. When you start strengthening your mind and gaining information that you already have, right? Say you got information already about just different things. We all have information about certain stuff. Now, let's say we go and learn something new. We go and learn multiple new things right now, right? It's going to add on to the knowledge we have now. And then all the knowledge we have already, we start to piece things together with the new knowledge, and different things start to make sense that we never even thought about. This is why I say strengthen your chakras, strengthen your mind. Because this is why I also say, when you become open-minded, when you become more and more and more open-minded, what was I gonna say? Basically, you don't have to study a good goddamn thing. I be at work, I be walking around, I be just chilling, I be out somewhere probably, and I will just randomly get thoughts. And then just start thinking about things about these thoughts that I never thought about, and start piecing things together like, oh, this mean that and that mean this. And I'm going to write this down in the notepad app. Oh, I'm going to make a video about this. Oh, that makes sense. See, this is what I be saying. Also, another thing you need to do is let go of the illusion of time. I will make a video on that because I'm going to draw something for that video. Because I gained some downloads of information on that. But I want people to know time is just an illusion. Time ain't nothing but, like, just think, okay, time is space. Time is just space with numbers on it. Calculated. Wrong. Keep this in the back of your mind. Higher dimensions, time moves faster than this third dimension. When you get it, when you heighten in your conscious, letting go of the illusion of time, time starts to move faster for you. And I know everybody been realizing time is moving faster, period. Right? That's because Earth is ascending in consciousness. Earth is ascending to 5D. Right? So, when you let's say you at work, right? A lot of times when people are, let's say you got an hour or 30 minutes left of your shift, right? You about to be off of work, and you start paying attention to the time, right? Time start to move slow as fuck. Tell me it don't. Tell me it don't. When you waiting for them last few minutes to end at the end of your shift, it takes a goddamn whole nother shift for that 30 minutes to go past, right? That's because you're falling into the illusion. Okay, so like I said, with time being really just space with wrong calculated numbers, right? Just think of that space without numbers. Just think of that space without numbers. People say time is doing that. Time does not end. There's no time. The word, the Mayans created the illusion of time. The word Mayan means illusion. Who is Chronos? Who runs time? Chronos, Father Time in the Bible, right? Who is Father Time? Father Time is Satan. That's why I'm telling y'all, he rules this planet, right? And that's not necessarily a bad thing. But time actually moves faster when you let go of the illusion. When you paying attention to time, you giving it numbers. You calculating it the way that people calculated it for you. Whenever I look at the clock and see angel numbers, repeated numbers, 333, 222, 111, 444, 555, 117, etc. I just see that's the only reason I look at the clock. I don't sit there waiting for the repeated numbers. I just, at a random times in the day, look at the clock and it's a random number on the clock. I unlock my phone, it's a random number on the phone. I'm playing the game, I'm seeing angel numbers on the game. I got 11 kills and 11 deaths on Call of Duty. My fucking KDR would be different angel numbers that I always see. Stuff like that. If y'all don't know what that is, it means how many kills you got, how many deaths you got. KDR stands for kill death ratio. Time is an illusion. Maya means illusion. Imagine see that, you know how they say time is going in a circle, right? It's repeating itself, right? So what they do is imagine that circle of time and add numbers all over that circle going from 1 to 12. No, from 0 to 12, because the 0 would represent 12 p.m., so to say. And then you got military time, but we're not going to get into that bullshit. You got 12 hours in a day. No, 12 is half of 24. So, but you got, just take 12 hours, because 12 hours on the clock. You got the clock with the hands going around, right? That's exactly like the explanation I'm making, as a matter of fact. Think about a clock, which I actually forgot how to read one of them the other day. But because I was wondering, like, is this supposed to be, each number supposed to be counted as 5s or 1s? But now I remember. Now I know how to read a fucking clock. So yeah, think about that, right? And it take a long time. When you staring at that clock, it's like you being hypnotized into an illusion. You watching that fastest, the second hand go around. You waiting for the minute hand to go around to each number, each minute. Then you waiting for the hour to go around to each. You just making. And then think about this. You got 12 months in a year. You got 60 seconds, 60 minutes, 24 hours in a day, goddamn 7 days a week. You got goddamn 30 days in a month. You got goddamn 365 days in a year. All of this is illusion. All of that. See, our ancestors was not telling time like that. And the months that we have right now aren't even the original months. For example, October. We all know octo means 8. October used to be the 8th month. Do y'all research. See, when you get when you're learning, when you're gaining knowledge, your brain get bigger, right? When you learn a new language, your brain gets bigger, right? You are evolving your mind. Your mind evolves. Your mind evolves. You know that, right? Your mind can fucking evolve. It's like a living thing. It has a conscience. Not just your conscience, but it has a conscience. It can move without you doing shit to it. It moves without you doing anything. But remember, I said, anything that doesn't move is dead. One of the 7 hermetic principles is the law of vibration. Everything moves. So anything that isn't moving is dead. If your brain isn't moving, what are you? You are brain dead. If your body isn't moving, what happens? Your legs begin to stop working. They're technically dead. Your penis begins to stop working. Your penis is technically dead. So what is it going to make you? Immobile. What does immobile mean? It means not moving. So if you were, like I said in that 7 Deadly Sins video, if you were to sit in the same spot for about a week to 2 weeks, you're going to die because your lymphatical system is going to shut down from your body not moving. That's why you're supposed to be exercising. If you come to Michigan, because I recommend a lot of people to exercise, period, but if you come to Michigan, if you come to anywhere in Oakland, I don't know about the other cities, but if you come to my county, Oakland, any city that's in the Oakland County, you will see people jogging. It don't matter which one of these cities you go to. You're going to see people jogging all over the place. People love to jog here. Exercise is important. Exercise strengthens the mind too. In different ways. But that's pretty much it. I want people to understand something or overstand something. Knowledge being power means knowledge being power. See, when I say this, I want people to I know people don't like to learn because they not in school. It's fun to learn. You're supposed to be learning. You learn every fucking day, whether you want to or not. You're learning. So why not learn intentionally? Learn things you should be knowing. Learn about yourself so that you can evolve. And when you get older, you won't have to look back and say, oh man, I wish I would have did this when I was this age. You want to do your shit as early as you can, because I know they say YOLO, we only live once. If you don't do the shit you do, you have to come back here, whether you remember it or not in your next life. You have to come back here if you don't do what you're supposed to be doing, if you're not learning. And when you learn it and you getting more brain power, when you're getting brain power, you start to look back at a week before, a month before, a year before, even the day before, even the same day. You start to see progress in your mind and your life. And you see that you're evolving. Think about it. Think about the person you was a week to 2 weeks ago and tell me you're not the same. I mean, tell me, excuse me, tell me if you're the same or not. To ask yourself, am I the same person I was last week? Am I the same person I was yesterday? Because really, every day you should be doing something. Every day should be a step further, or another step towards being your greatest self. Every step, every day should be a greater step than the day before. Willpower, brain power. But that's pretty much it. Diamond Universe taking off. I love you all. Like, subscribe, peace.